today let's make low carb cauliflower shepherd pie. So for this recipe, all we need is some mincemeat, mushroom. I took about 4 mushrooms, then a handful of parsley, garlic, 2 eggs, cheese, creme fraiche, 1 large onion dice, and cauliflower, about 400 grams. So I put the heat on and I put the olive oil in a pan. I let it warm. Then I put the garlic. It was about 3 cloves of garlic. You can put more or less, depending on your taste. I love garlic, so I put 3 cloves. So you stir them a bit. So this video is the same time as me. You can do the recipe, so we can do it all together. So I think that would be great. So now I'm gonna add the onion. So I took 1 large onion dice, but you can take 2 onion if they're small, or you can put more if you like, more onion or less, or you can skip that part if you really don't like onion. You can adapt the recipe the way you like. I just show you the way I did and was delicious, so I just want to share with you. There we go. I'll stir very well. Make sure it's cooked evenly. We're not going to cook it for too long because we're going to add the other ingredient and it's going to cook all together. There we go. Now we're going to add the mushrooms. So it was about 4 mushrooms. I cut them in pieces. So you can cut them now while you wait for the onion. There we go. Let's add the mushrooms. Mushrooms go in. And we stir a bit more. Now we're gonna add the mincemeat. So it's about 450 grams of mincemeat. I added in there. I did add a dash of beef stock, just because it's easier for the meat to separate and don't make blocks while they cook in a pan, and also it doesn't stick so much on a pan. So that is nice trick that I do, and he make the meat more easy to move around the pan and not get stuck as big lumps. So just a dash of this beef stock that we're going to use later for the sauce. So we have it already ready. So we just add a little bit. So we just make sure cook evenly. It's not going to be fully cooked. We just want everywhere to get brown, but evenly, obviously. We don't want to have some pinky bit. And now we add some pepper and salt, up to your taste. And we're going to give another stir. And that's it for the meat mince. We're going to switch it off the fire, and we're gonna do the sauce now. So let's get ready the sauce. We need a bowl. So in the bowl we crack 2 eggs. In these 2 eggs, we're gonna add some crème fraîche, but you can also use double cream. Add crème fraîche, so about 3 big tablespoons. I mix it. Can use a fork, maybe it would have been easier if I use a fork straight away. So use a fork, take a bit of a time, but it's getting there, slowly. We don't want to have the lump, so we just mix until all the lump are gone and is all mixed good. Then now we're gonna add the beef stock in there. Of course, cool, that one hot. So we add in there. And then we put our meat in the bowl to all combine. Put the meat. The pan was hot, so it took me a bit of time to leave that pan. Because I'm using a cast iron pan, so the handle is really hot, but never mind, you use what you have. There we go, so now we mix all together. Then we're gonna have cheese. So I use cheddar cheese. I use a handful plus a bit more to be very nice and cheesy and creamy. And then I'm gonna use a handful of parsley that I already cut. You can use any herbs, but I think parsley is very good for that recipe. Or coriander you can use as well if you prefer. And that's it for the sauce. Now we put it in a baking tray. That's what we're gonna cook it in the oven with. So we're just setting up. That's it. Put it evenly, 1 layer, everywhere the same. Level it, and then we're gonna look after our broccoli. Oh, sorry, our cauliflower. What did I say? Broccoli. Never mind. So our cauliflower, we already steamed them, drained them, and now we're gonna mash them. It was quite hard to mash, actually, I must admit, but I managed at the end, so I'll just show you the result now. So when this is done, you probably can do that, before. I just didn't mash it, so I'll mash it afterwards, so you can see. And then now I'm adding 2 cloves of garlic minced. I crushed them in the garlic crusher. So 2 cloves. There we go. That's so easy to use this crusher. I don't know how I did before. I didn't have that one. I use so much garlic, so okay. And then in the cauliflower, we're adding about 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil and the garlic. And then we mix it all together. Make sure all the flavor go everywhere. And then we're gonna add this cauliflower on top of our mincemeat sauce. There's some lumps there, so I'll match them a bit just to make sure they don't stay. So there we go. Add it on the top. Just like so. Make it level everywhere. You can use mashed cauliflower as well. I just like the texture of the cauliflower bits, But we can do both way. And then I put some cheese. Then I put it in the oven, and I baked it for about 20 minutes at 180 degrees. And then I serve it with a salad, and was delicious. I hope you do enjoy this recipe, and I hope you like and subscribe, and see you on the next video. Bye!